seconds on the clock.
I think your best bet is to get the ball to Kitley somewhere in that 15-foot range.
Here we go. Hokies inbound, go to Kitley. And Virginia Tech knocks off the unbeaten Wolfpack.
There you go. You talk about esteemed company, Taylor Tannenbaum. That's exactly where Liz Kitley finds herself.
I think Kelly Gramlich says it correctly. She's now on the Mount Rushmore of ACC players all time, and rightfully so. 3 times and dominant every single time. It doesn't matter how many people you put on her, she's still going to get hers. And she deserves it, man.
Big time right there.
Deserves it.
All right, let's go to beautiful Blacksburg. All right, listen, I know Coach Brooks said there's no update on your status yet, and when you're ready to announce it, you will one way or the other. But I'm going to ask you, how you feeling? How we doing?
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. It was hard coming out of the game, and, I'm proud of the way my team fought. But obviously not fun watching the rest of your teammates play. But for now, I'm focusing on rehab and taking it day by day, and I know that my coaches will put me in the best position, whatever that may be. So putting trust in that and doing my best as the days go by.
All right, so now we got the update how you feel. By the way, your bestie goes out there and drops 39 points. And I think that was a pretty good effort in honor of you on the bench since you couldn't be out there. But congratulations from all of us to you. 3-time ACC Player of the Year is a hell of an accomplishment. When you win the third, what does that one mean, that number 3 to you?
Yeah, it's unreal. I'm just so lucky that I was, had the opportunity to play here at Virginia Tech for Coach Brooks, for everything that he did for me, the opportunities that he's given me. It's just incredible to play as many seasons as I've had. I'm very lucky. And 3 times is just amazing. I know, it's hard to fully comprehend right now, but I think in 10 or whatever years, I'll be able to look back on this and just be so proud of the awards, even though it's awkward for me to talk about right now.
Do you ever remember playing or watching Alyssa Thomas or Alana Beard? Do you remember as a kid watching them?
I was a little too young for Alana Beard, but Alyssa Thomas, yes.
And did you ever have thoughts of, man, she's such a great player. One of these days, I'd love to have a chance to do something like that. Again, kind of tell us your fantasy thought with all that. Because listen, David Thompson, Ralph Sampson, those 2 girls that we just mentioned as great women players. And now that's the list. That's it. Of all the great, and I do mean great players that have played in a basketball league, which is the ultimate basketball league, you're one of 5, and that's the end of the list. So, take it away. Tag, you're it.
I know. It's crazy. I definitely had, have always had the most respect for these women, all the players before me. But I never thought, just to be honest, never thought as a kid that I would be in the same position that I would even get 1 Player of the Year. I focused on softball and my grades when I was in middle school and even early high school. It wasn't in my mind whatsoever. And I don't really think I realized my full potential at all until, Coach Brooks got his hands on me and was able to work a little magic.
So you're telling us there was potential for you to be playing softball right now?
I wanted to play softball in college when I was in high school, a freshman.
Imagine how different things would be today. We wouldn't have a 3-time ACC Player of the Year. It would have gone to somebody else. When you found out about this award, who gave you the good news? I've asked everybody we've talked to today, Coach Jack, Leah Tu King as well. How did you receive the big breaking news?
Yeah, Coach Brooks told me, of course. I feel like it's an award for both of us. It's not just for me. What he's done with me, I wouldn't have been a Player of the Year once without him. So I think we both, took it as a appreciation for the both of us. And yeah, he just he said it pretty slyly. It wasn't like a big deal. It is a big deal, but I don't know, not like we're getting used to it at all. It means, even more this time probably than in the year in the past. So I think we're just enjoying it. Once again, I think, we'll be able to look back on it later and appreciate it more because we know right now, there's still more to be done for the team and the program. So, but we're definitely appreciating it and grateful for it.
If I remember correctly, he's told us before that your Player of the Year award is in his office because you like don't like to. If you could tell at all by this interview, you're not like super keen on being the center of attention. If I'm right, I think so. What will you do with this one? Are you going to keep this one? You going to give this one to Coach Brooks's office too?
He has mentioned maybe making copies for him, and they're not going to go to me. They'll go to my dad, if anything. I don't need it necessarily, but I think my dad would appreciate having some trophies around the house.
By the way, you think the tattoo artist in Roanoke can put 3 statues on there? Is that just a thought? I mean, last time we had you on, last time we had Georgia Amore, she was talking about going, hey, I got to go get my tat. That guy in Roanoke, whoever that guy is, they're making a fortune off the Virginia Tech women's basketball program.
Oh, we visit her regularly. We do.
Oh.
It's like a weekly thing. Yeah.
Okay, I came up with a really good idea.
And watch out.
I need
Watch
to know
out.
what you think about this.
Be careful.
If you guys, we can manifest, you can say when. If you guys win another ACC championship / national championship, Coach Brooks has to go to Roanoke and get a tattoo commemorating it. What do you think?
That's a genius idea. Yeah, I'm proposing that as soon as we hang up. Yeah, that's good.
Okay, good. I'm glad we're all on the same page. I was like, listen, at this rate, Coach has to get involved. That's the way it's got to go.
Yes.
Hey, this is like, you know what, Liz, this is like, I've said this all the time. The easiest thing to do is to tell somebody else how to spend their money. Here we are making bets for other people.
Sorry, Coach.
How about if Virginia Tech wins it, you get one?
Okay.
Look at Liz.
We can get matching.
Twins. Hey, listen, I'm not opposed to anything.
I love it.
I'm fun.
I love it. As far as the tournament goes, obviously the double bye, you knew you were going to be a 1 seed. The double bye really does come in play here from just a health standpoint for everybody, whether you're nursing a knee injury or whatever the case may be. You've been through this before. The gauntlet of this tournament, Liz, you guys won this thing last year. You know how difficult it is. You know how good these teams are. But what do you do mentally? I think it's maybe we talk about the physical part of it all the time, but mentally, how do you prepare yourself thinking that, guess what, we expect to be playing and cutting down the nets on Sunday? So what do you do from a mental perspective?
Yeah, I think, at this point, this time of the year, you have to realize maybe you're tired, maybe something hurts, but you really just got to suck it up. That's your only choice because everyone's tired and something hurts for everyone. So no matter what, our goal is to go down there and play 3 games and to come out with a win. We know what it felt like last year. I feel like that experience is going to help us. We were prepared. We got our first double bye last year, and of course that made a massive difference, and that's huge and what helped us win. So we're excited to have that same opportunity this weekend.
I know that losing stinks, and when you're winning a bunch, I mean, sometimes it can be a wake-up call in some respects. How difficult was last week, and how does that help you this week?
Yeah, of course. I think, our mental after the game was, yeah, we lost. Yeah, it sucks, but we can't let this feeling linger at all because we have so much left to play for. We want to feel that feeling and recognize what it is, but only because we want to use that as motivation because we don't want to feel that way again. And we just don't want to dwell on things that we can't change at this point because we have so much important play time to look forward to.
This year's team is obviously different than last year's team. We just watched you guys celebrating midcourt after you took the title in Greensboro. Liz, if I were to say to you, pick one word to describe this year's team as you guys head off to make a postseason run, what would it be now looking back and kind of looking ahead?
Probably just excited. I think we've just been having fun, even though despite this past week was a little rough for us. But throughout this whole season, we've been having so much fun, and we've just been excited to have the opportunity to play.
Mm-hmm.
I looked something up today because I was just curious. And I think I mentioned this to you last time that you have made more appearances than any other student athlete, period. And so I did a deeper dive and realized that you joined us 3 times on the old Packer and Durham show. And again, while you've got 3 Player of the Year awards, this is everybody that's ever been a student athlete in the ACC during the 5 years of the ACC network on this particular program, because this is the only daily show. you're at 13. Nobody else is in double figures. Erin Matson is at 9, and then granted, she's now the head coach of the North Carolina women's program and had 2 appearances as a head coach. Those don't count per se, but
she still beats her. Yeah, even with that.
Even with that. But Charlotte North was a great lacrosse player at BC. Kenny Pickett now doing his thing with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Buddy Boeheim made the game winner in the G League the other day. And Dane Evans, as you well know, was a great point guard at Louisville. That's pretty impressive. I got to tell you. And we wouldn't have invited you back if you weren't so good on the air. I mean, you're a great player, but you've been a tremendous interviewer. So we got to give you some love on that front too.
Oh, wow. Thank you. Yeah, that's great company. I'm fans of all those people. So it's good to know. I guess I speak well. I don't know. You think I'm funny or something?
I just think that you're, number one, you're a great player. So that makes it easy to talk hoops. But there's a lot of student athletes that are really great at their craft. But you've always been kind of a natural on the air. And you know, anytime you and Georgia get together, it's like a comedy bit. I mean, you know, you two get on there, it's a dog and pony show. You guys are cutting up one way or the other. But I think, to be honest with you, and I've done this for a long, long time, I think you are a natural on the air. And I think your story's great. And I think that you are, with all the accomplishments that you've had on the court, and the fact that you said, hey, I grew up, wanted to play softball. I think there's a lot of people that are young folks that will watch you and go, you know what? She is such a cool story and such a great inspiration. I think your relationship with your coach, too, is also unique in the sense that, you know what? That's the way it should be, right? For everybody. I don't care if you're a star, if you're, you know, the third string tight end on a football team or whatever. That relationship, that player-coach relationship, I think is so unique, and the fact that Coach is open about talking about it too, I think it makes for great television. So again, that's just somebody sitting on the couch. If I wasn't even working here, I would sit on the couch and enjoy watching your interviews, because I think you give something back to anybody who's a young person that wants to play sports, get a great education, and really enjoy the journey. And it comes across every time we talk to you.
Well, that is absolutely the goal. So it means a lot that that's been recognized, and I appreciate you guys for taking an interest and letting me talk at all. So thank you.
She's going to start charging us at this rate, so we might need to back off a little bit.
What I'm worried about is that you're going to just take our jobs and say, you know what, Pac, you're right. You're fired. I'm just going to take this. I'm going to go do this WNBA thing for a while, and you know, I'll come back and be a TV star. And you know what, Mr. Packer, could you get me something to drink? Makeup, please. Could you make sure the car is parked in the right spot?
Like me every day.
I have too much respect. I have too much respect for you.
Last but not least, what did Miss Raven Kitley say about you winning 3 times? I know you probably, one of the first phone calls you made was to your sister.
Oh, it was. She thought I was pranking her. She said, really? 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 Yes, yes, yes.
Would never lie to you.
Well, listen, get rested up, do your thing. Again, you're just a joy to watch and talk to, and we're thrilled for all of your success. And tell Kenny Brooks we said hello in Georgia. And by the way, as the Amore family, are they still hanging around Blacksburg, or do they go back to Australia?
Nope, they're hanging around making dinner tonight.
There we go. There we go. I love it. Well, tell everybody we said hello. And again, we look forward to watching this week in Greensboro. It's going to be a great tournament. And of course, March Madness is upon us. And we wish you nothing but the best.
Thank you so much. Appreciate you guys.
Sending you healing vibes.
There it is. Let's get one of the all-timers. When we come back, time for a little confidence meter of the women's basketball variety. That comes up next, right here on ACC PM.